Welcome to Tame the Mobile Beast. I'm your host, Tom Butta, and today I am joined by Pietro Lambert, who is the Vice President of Product Management at OneFootball. Pietro, welcome to the show.
Hi, good morning. Thanks for having me.
So a little bit about OneFootball. OneFootball, as the name implies, is the ultimate football platform with over 100 million active users. That's 100 million active users. That's a very large amount of users.
Speaking of the beast.
Yeah, exactly. And just to be clear, this is an international audience, but for those Americans, we're not talking about American football. We're talking about European football.
That's correct. The one where we play with feet.
Exactly, yeah. I wanted to kick off the conversation today with our Beast of the Week, a disjointed fan experience. Pietro, can you just talk a little bit about this beast? Do you agree that this is the beast?
I agree. It's a challenge for everyone working in product, trying to, of course, offer the best user experience to their consumer and fans. If I look at OneFootball, our vision is really to be a one-stop shop platform for every fan. We provide news, we provide videos, we provide scores, but really we want to add more to that so the user can come to our app and really consume every possible experience in one shop. Otherwise, it's very easy. You simply use another app to achieve one of your goals. And if you think about it, the web and the internet is not forgiving. If you don't offer a best-in-class experience end-to-end, the user will not stay with you. They will find someone else that can do a better job.
So you're really creating a platform.
It is our goal to create a platform, yes.
Yeah.
Everything has been built natively within the app. So we can leverage your identity because we know your favorite team, for example, and I can target you with very specific jerseys based on your journey across the app. Or the specific time your team is winning, we can say, hey, why don't you celebrate with a Real Madrid jersey, for example? So we know your identity. Everything is built in-house, so integrated in our experience. The design, being native, is exactly the same. I don't link out to a third-party website. We actually ingest the catalog within the app. And so we are able real-time to check the stock capabilities from our partners, but essentially the experience is happening in the OneFootball app. So is the transaction. So with 2 clicks, you do Apple Pay, Google Pay, and you can buy your favorite item. So it's really about, for us, building an experience that if it's native, is native, fully integrated on the overall user experience of the app.
Yeah, let's talk about maybe how you get to 100 million active users. I mean, that's an awful lot. You had mentioned in some of our earlier discussions the sort of stages that you think of, from that customer journey, and you say that sometimes they come in as, you use the word a tourist, right? Then they become more active, and then they become loyal, and then they become a fanatic. Do you measure each of those conversion points in terms of the user experience, or how do you think about that?
Yes. So one step back first. We have 100 million users, and some of them are actually consuming our content outside OneFootball. What do I mean for that? We have a partnership, and actually some of the clubs, with some of the biggest clubs in the world for football. Real Madrid, Barcelona, Manchester City, Arsenal. I mean, it seems I'm name dropping here, but the biggest clubs in the world are shareholders of OneFootball. That is giving us access to video content that we can then distribute to multiple publishers. By doing that, we reach an incredible amount of users outside our own domain, mostly on the web. So this is mostly the web reach that is reaching our content and pages.
Okay.
On top of that, we have an extra layer where we have our app and website, and that's where we have more engagement. And between the app and the web, the app is really where we have the highest engagement. So if I look at this ecosystem, the users that are reaching the web on the distributed channel and then the web operated channel is really less engaged. Those are what I call tourists, users that come to the app a couple of times a month. On the app, we have a totally different engagement. And just to give you some numbers, on the web, users are visiting our property twice a month on the web.
Okay.
On the app, in average, users are consuming content and opening the app twice a day in average.
Oh, wow.
So you have 60 sessions per user per month on the app, but we only have 2.3 sessions per month on the web. On the app is different because first of all, we offer more community capabilities. User can comment, can react to the articles. They receive notifications. As a fan, you really want to get the latest about your team.
In real time.
In real time. So if there is a goal, if there is a red card, if someone is transferring from one club to another, all those notifications, that by the way can be personalized by the users,
Right.
are really driving users to come back and check what's going on with their team.
It sounds to me like you are very close to your user base. How are you staying close to the users? And is that something that's important for you as the head of product?
It is super important. What we do is to work with design and engineering and product. And that's, for me, is when the magic is happening. So we work together as a team. And we really want to understand our users. So user research is super important. You need to be the biggest fan of your product. Sometimes I say, I need to build a product that I love personally. I mean, it's what I really need to solve a problem for me. So we start from the problems of the users and how we see those problems. And we really try to be super close to the user, what feedback they are providing, etc. One thing that I do with my team is what I call the breakfast club. So, which is not only about coffee, even though I'm Italian, I love my espresso, but is every morning we are reading the reviews on the Apple and Google Store from our users. I filter to the bad ones. I want to understand what problems the user are having with our app. I'm checking the Twitter accounts to see if anyone is tweeting something, hashtag OneFootball, to understand how they are really interact. What problem are we solving for our users? What solution are we offering for them to really have the best experience? I'm a bit paranoid or fanatic about it, but I think if you are close to the user and really understand what they want, what problems they have, you really cannot create something that is meaningful for them. And they come and come back because you are really delivering your against that promise.
Yeah. How much experimentation do you do?
We constantly have A/B tests going on. Right now, for example, we are A/B testing a new experience on the front page. We are just changing and presenting a home page that is more personalized, like a stream. Imagine like on Instagram where you have a stream of content. The current homepage is organized by galleries. So we have articles about your favorite team, and they are all grouped together. We are blending everything in one single stream that will boost articles and content and video by popularity or relevance for you. And that is across, relevance, freshness, comment velocity, and all those kind of information we gather about every single piece of content, and we try to provide the most relevant for you at any given time.
I wonder, for all of those executive teams out there, and especially for those people who are running product, if you have any last words of advice about the importance of product.
You really need to give to your team problems to solve, exciting problems to solve. You cannot give them solutions. You don't want to create a feature factory. So it's really about empowering the team.
Pietro, thank you very, very much for your time. Greatly appreciated.
Thanks for having me.